Hey, it's Ann from Diane Talk, Real Talk. So, the Daily Dose of Dating, day three. I'm going to share with you my conversation with Carl from yesterday and how that went from last night, actually. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to preface this by saying everything I'm going to tell you today is a God's honest 100% truth. And you can feel sad for me after you hear it all because I feel sad for me because I'm starting to think there's something wrong with me here because this is like really weird shit going on. But anyway, let's start off. So, conversation with Carl started off really, really, really well. I was very hopeful, really sexy voice, really nice guy. Like, I love a man with a sexy voice. I work with a couple of guys with really sexy voices. I know a couple of guys outside of my work life that have very sexy voices. And I just like a sexy voice. And I'm sure men like sexy voices as well. So it all started out quite well. We talked about, the normal stuff, what you like, what you don't like, the earth, the environment, some political stuff. And then we started talking about where do you live and stuff like that. Nice conversation. It was going very, very well. So I was about like 20 minutes in at this point, and he asked me, where do I live and what do I do, and et cetera, et cetera. So we exchanged that as far as what I did. Then I asked him, like, what would your perfect date with me look like if we were going to go out on a date? What would it look like? And he said, well, Diane, after talking to you, I feel really comfortable that we would come and pick you up. And we go out for a nice dinner. And then afterwards, we drive you home and we'd exchange casual pleasantries at the end of the date. And then I would schedule another evening with you. Okay, so far so good. So I didn't focus on the we at this point because I really wasn't sure. And I thought, Diane, don't be so, just wait, let it go. So then we started talking about how we would do this. So we came up again. So the we apparently is his mother. So his mother would come along with us on the date, would drive him to pick me up, drive us to the restaurant, have dinner with us, and then drive me home again. I find this all very strange, and I'm like, okay, how old are you? He says, you know how old I am, Diane. You know what? I'm more than 55 years old. I don't think I have to justify that to you. I said, why is your mother driving you? Well, I don't drive anymore. Okay, so you used to drive. Yeah, I used to drive. And then I had a few DUIs and I can't afford to drive now. All right. And so your mother comes to pick you up at your house? Oh, no, I live with my mother. Oh, now you live with your mother. So, yeah, so your mother drives you. You live there. And yeah, she does my laundry. She cooks for me. She cleans. She does my waxing. You're waxing. Are you talking about the floor? I pray to God it was the floor. And no, she does his personal waxing, his back, his chest, his bikini line, and his balls. Well, isn't that just great? So now I'm like, well, I really don't know what to say. And he told me, don't you judge me. I'm not the one who has wild animals running around my house. I have wild animals running around my house? You have cats, don't you? You do know, Diane. They came from like lions and tigers, right? You do understand that. I said, don't talk to me like I'm an idiot. I understand that quite well. And they're not wild animals. Well, whatever you call them, they still have 4 feet and a tail, and I don't judge you for that. I'm like, oh my God. So, anyways, I could tell this is not going to work out at all. And he said, why do you keep repeating what I'm saying? Do you have a hearing problem? I said, no, I just can't fucking believe what I'm hearing. That you're a grown man who doesn't have a job, lives at home with your mommy. She drives you everywhere. She's a chaperone on your dates, and she waxes your balls. Like, what is happening here? Is this a joke? Did someone set you up to make this joke on me? Because this is not funny. I mean, really, it's not funny. He goes, I don't see where this is so funny at all. She's waxed me for years. I'm like, well, okay. I said, how successful are you on dates? He goes, no, I haven't been very successful. I said, I wonder why. So in 2 days, I've had a big dingo and a guy whose mother waxes his balls. Like, I don't understand. But then again, thinking about it, I've been out of the dating scene for a while. But this can't be right. I mean, a grown man having his mother wax his balls? This is unbelievable to me. And to be honest with you, that's a deal breaker. I know he told me I was very judgy, and maybe that's the problem. But I can't see how I'm going to go out to dinner with a man whose mother picks me up, or even if I drive over to pick him up, she's coming along, at least for the first 2 or 3 times, just to make sure I'm okay. I'm okay. They're worried about me being okay, and they're waxing over there. This is insane. Nobody in their right mind, and I paid for this privilege. Like, what the freaking hell is that? I can't get a fucking refund. This is insane. I am sure I have a call tonight with a gentleman. Oh, are you ready? His name is Francucci. Not Frank, not Francois, nothing. Francucci. You know why? Francucci? Because he's a poochie. So I like Italian men. I'm going to be open-minded to Francucci because actually I really do. I know a guy that I call Francucci and I love him to death. So perhaps this Francucci thing will work out. But tomorrow I'm going to talk to you guys about this because really I think I need help. I think this is me. So if you have any suggestions, and don't be mean because I know some of you people are mean. If you have any suggestions on how for me to improve my dating life, I'd be really open to hearing it. Because between a big dingo and a ball waxing mother, I can't handle it anymore. And I'm not paying another like $300 for this nonsense and getting people who are not there and crazy and maybe a little sexually perverted, whatever it is. Anyways, this is Diane from Diane Talk Real Talk. I've rambled on long enough. I'm going to go and drink now because I really don't know what else to do. I'll see you tomorrow and I'll talk to you about Francucci and the poochie, and we'll see how it works out. Maybe he has a nice dog. We can only hope. Bye.